Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Let me put this. Can't see. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's put this down a little bit. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate everyone for being here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Miss Leslie, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. I know I'm running a little late today. I'm running a little late behind. But I'm here. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Let me know how you guys are doing. I'm just sharing out the live. Sharing out the live, you guys. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Happy Wednesday. This thing is always falling. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. All right. Happy Wednesday. Hello. 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 Welcome in. Welcome in. Is it Travi? Travi, welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Um, we are talking about it. Hello. Hello. Is it Rosalina? Rosalina. Hello, hello, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Happy Wednesday. It's my birthday. Well, then, happy birthday. Happy birthday, friend. The Doll Face. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy birthday. It's so close to the holidays. Happy birthday, friend. Truly appreciate you guys for being here. Miss welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. The Doll Face. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you are watching from. Welcome in, the Doll Face. Welcome in. Truly appreciate everyone for being here on this Wednesday. We are going to be talking about saving. Can saving still count 1 week before the holiday, y'all? Can saving still count? Steph Chica, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Vibrant Love, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts, yes. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Let me know what where you watching from. Let me know how your Wednesday evening is going. Good evening, Vibrant Love. Good evening. Good evening. Let me know how you are doing. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope you are doing well. It's 1 week before Christmas, you guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you guys ready? Rosalind, welcome in, welcome in. 1 week before Christmas, we are going to talk about it. You know, we're saying, can savings still count 1 week before Christmas, right? Can it still count 1 week before Christmas? Can it, you guys, they think it? Cass, welcome in, friend, welcome in. Thank you so much. Vibrancy Love, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for liking out the live. Truly appreciate you guys for coming in. Happy Wednesday. How are you? I'm good. Look, Cash, you changed your name, friend, and say Cash Debt to Soft Life. I know that's right, friend. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. You changed, the title of your name. You changed it, friend. Yes, ma'am. I'm on my way. I know that's right. You said we want a debt to soft life. Nicole, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Nicole. Hey, friend. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Truly appreciate you guys for being here. Let me know how your Wednesday evening is going. Let me know. Put it in the chat. It's 1 week before Christmas, y'all. Okay, y'all seen the pop-up live yesterday, right? So I got to get some gifts. I got to go out in these streets, but I was like, 1 week before Christmas. Can savings still count 1 week before Christmas, you guys? Do y'all think? Put it in chat. You like Janine? Tracy, welcome in. Tiny Stilettos. Hey friend. Hey friend. How are you guys? Welcome in. Yes, Nicole, you said yes, girl. I know that's right, Nicole. We like, listen, yes, it still could count. It definitely still could count. But some people random can you guess how old I am? No. I took the plunge and wrote out all my debts and bills, Cass. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, friend. That's the first step. That's the first step, Cass. That's the first step. Congratulations, friend. Because that's the first and I feel like the hardest step. No, let me see. Put in the chat how old you are. That's the first step, friend. Like understand, like knowing your numbers. That's the first step. So congratulations on that. Jazz, welcome in, welcome in. Because that's the first and honestly the hardest step. When you actually got to write out all of those the debt number, I know, Cass, I know. Jazz, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. I know. It definitely is like, Miss Kenya, welcome to Jazz. Thank you so much for liking out the live. Is that my friend Jazz? Or is this a new Jazz? Same group, We in this together. I know we all are in this together. Jazz, I'm trying to think if it's the Jazz Alana Walker. Are you new? Welcome in though. Welcome in. But I know it's the first. I'm new here, Jazz. You new here. The reason why I said Jazz because there's another Jazz that comes on my live. So I'm thinking, I'm like, did she change her profile or did she change? But Jazz, welcome in, Jazz. Another Jazz. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here, Jazz. My name is Jenny, and I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. I am a financial coach. So we talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. So tonight we are talking about, can savings still count 1 week before Christmas? Thank you so much, Jazz, for becoming a level 12 of 2 in the room. Thank you so much for the roses. Can savings still count, Jazz? It's just like me, can savings still count right before the holidays, y'all? So we will see. So thank you so much for coming in. Truly appreciate you guys. For all the new people that are in the room, I truly appreciate everyone for being here. If you guys grabbed your daily heart, if the daily heart is at the top, if you guys could like out the live, if you can like out the live and share it out. Where are we at, you guys? Let's see. We are at 1.6K. So we just started. If you could like the live out and share it out. Yes. Hi, welcome in. For all the people watching on YouTube, on Facebook, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much, Jazz, for the repost. Truly appreciate you guys for being here. And again, this is, we talk about all things personal finance. So tonight we are talking about savings. And again, this is a safe space for us to talk about our finances. I usually give some tips. I, ask some engagement questions to just kind of figure out, like, where, you're at in reference to your savings. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you take some notes. Welcome in, welcome in. I truly appreciate everyone for being here. So let me just start, you guys. With just saying, savings right before the holiday, y'all. Savings right now, man, right before the holidays. Any videos on YT you recommend to watch? Yeah, Jazz. It depends on you talking about in reference to like budgeting videos. It depends on what you're looking for. So let me know exactly like what you're looking for, and then I probably can recommend I can recommend it. Gardenia, well, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so let's just say, personal finances. Oh, first, well, your girl, I could recommend myself. Personal finance. My name is Gracefully Simplified on all platforms, but it's a lot of personal finance. If you're looking for just like the budgeting, it's a lot. It's another big creator. Her name is Budget Treasures. So she does a lot of like budgeting stuff on there. You may want to check her out. She's really good. But it's a lot of personal finance stuff. I was like, Jazz, personal finance is just so big. So it's really just like, do you want to see cash stuffing? I do cash stuffing as well. So you want somebody to break down the budget. And do you have a YT? Nicole, I do have a YT friend. Yes, go follow your girl on the YT on there. Yes, and when I go live on here, majority of the time I'm co-streaming. So when I'm talking to you guys, but on my computer, it's playing YT and it's playing Facebook. So I have all the social media platforms, y'all. Your girl is on, okay? YT, IG, Threads, Facebook, all of it. And the name is exactly the same across all platforms, Gracefully Simplified. But if you want to know the actual, like, the LINK, you can go into the BIO. It has one link that says Stan, and the second link says YT, and it'll take you straight to them. So you'll see a lot of the lives, and a lot of the lives I co-stream when I do my, the TikTok lives. But I do have some other videos that are not lives. So I do like to do the content. I'm trying to get back into it, but it's like with the live so much, and it's just like, man, to edit all that content, it's just like, it's a lot. So but I do have some cash stuff and videos on here, budgeting and stuff like that. So we'll check it out. Oh, Jazz, thank you so much for the follow. So truly appreciate everyone for being here. Again, y'all, we're gonna be talking about savings, right before Christmas. Are y'all prepared for Christmas? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared as I want to be, right? Daisy, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Let me know in the chat. No. Nicole, you said no, friend. I know. It's just like I kind of like looked at my calendar, you guys, and I'm like, oh my God, Christmas is next week. Like, wait a minute, y'all. It's next week. I will say that my spending have been a little bit like, not the no. I will say on TT, y'all. Rodney, welcome in on TT. I think I did a little bit more spending than I like. So I was like, oh, let me pull that back. And I was like, I still didn't even get Christmas gifts yet, y'all. So I was like, let me get it together. Let me get it all the way together. But yeah, I feel like the cold has been keeping me in my house longer, you guys, since it snowed. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to leave the house. I won't leave the house. But I definitely need to get out and get these Christmas gifts. So this weekend, I'm definitely going to do it. So let's see, we will see. Oh man, I got a flash goal. Here we go with the flash goal, you guys. Already. Let me see what it's giving me. Here we go. 4 finger hearts. If one finger heart, if you guys can help me out with the goal, is 1 finger heart per person. If you guys can help me out with the goal, it would be greatly appreciated. And again, it's 1 finger heart per person. I bought something from, let me see. You were some something from TT, and I'm surprised about the quality. I love it. Really, Cash, you bought some stuff off it. Okay, thank you so much, Nicole, for getting your daily heart me. Oh, you bought stuff from TT. Nice. I bought. But what did you buy? Like a budget planner or something? Let me know, Cass, what you bought. And listen, I'm not gonna lie, like some of the stuff on TT, their quality is really good. I bought some clothing items. Oh, yeah, some clothing items. Yeah, for sure. Brandy, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, some of the clothing items, they're really good. I bought some stuff off of here too. So it definitely is good. So I would definitely agree with that. So you guys, right? Put it in the chat. Drop one word in the chat about that describes how this week feels. How does this week feel? Does it feel? Do you feel tired, stretched, overwhelmed, calmed, pressured? Put one word in the chat of how this week feel. We already on Wednesday, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna automatically put tired. Your girl is tired. Like not even tired. I'm tired. Like what, y'all? Friend, I'm just trying to get the shopping therapy off my chest before 2026. Said, calm, Byron Love. You said calm, friend. Listen, I need some of that echo with the tire. Listen, Nicole, listen. Everybody like, oh my gosh, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, your girl is tired. Like it just, I don't know. The day's just been long, and I'm just like, yeah, struggling. Is it gardenia? You said struggling, friend. I get it. I get it. But listen, hopefully, we get some tips about our saving. It's been a long week. It's been a long week for me as well. Looking at those numbers had me looking stressed. I know, Cass. I know writing out all that debt. I know it's hard. I really took I remember when I looked at mine, I'm like, what is what? I added it up. I said, wait a minute. Is that 6 figures of debt? Like, wait a minute. Your girl was like, Lord, I'm being debt for the rest of my life. Like, it really does. It takes a little minute for you just to have to really look at your numbers, for you to just be like, okay, like this is reality, right? Like it's a first reality check. And looking at your numbers and looking at your debt is the hardest thing. It really is. And sometimes you just be like, dang, man, I wish I would have known what I know now to be it. But again, we can't. That's why we gotta give her. But then I feel like after the whole shock of looking at your numbers, y'all, then it's like, all right, now how? Because I'm like, all right, God, like how I'm gonna get how we gonna get this done? Like I gotta map out how I'm gonna do that. I'm not doing that to myself. You're not doing that to yourself, Armlo. You're not. I know. But but awareness is key though, right, y'all? And y'all always hear me say this. We can't fix what we don't face, y'all. I'm just saying. We can't fix what we won't face. Brianna, welcome in. So that's the only thing I wanted to say. Now, again, you may say, Janine, I ain't looking at these numbers right now. And that's okay. Jasmine, welcome in. You may say, I'm not looking at the debt right now. I want to look at it in 2026. And that's okay, right? You may say, you know what? I just don't want to look at the numbers right now. And I get it, right? I get it. But at some point, right, friend, I'm going to hold your hand and say it. But at some point, we do. And it's hard. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy writing out each and every one of those debts. Like, okay, who do I owe? Okay, how much is the amount? What's the interest? Like, it's not easy, y'all. So I ain't gonna act like it is. But awareness is key. I'm just gonna say, y'all, awareness is key. And you may say, you know what? I want to do it next year. 2026. I'll look at this stuff, and that's okay. But Byron, like you said, I ain't doing it to myself, girl. And I get it. You may say, you know what? I just want to enjoy the holidays right now. So I definitely get it. But everybody, again, like, so we have some, people tired, struggling, and I get it, you guys. The holidays is just, and I feel like also too, like, again, Maddie, welcome in. We got to give ourselves grace when it comes down, especially I'm like, man, I feel like I kind of spent a little too much, and then I feel like it's just, stretching me in a way this season. So yeah, we definitely have to give ourselves grace, because I want you guys to know that saving right now doesn't look like perfection. I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, I need to save a certain amount. It doesn't look like perfection, and it doesn't look like starting early. It definitely just looks like Us, Kevin, welcome in, welcome in. Saving right now looks like intention, boundaries, and grace. I feel like let's just honor the grace part of it, right, y'all? Kevin, welcome in, welcome in. We definitely got to give ourselves grace when it comes down to saving. But does it still count 1 week before the holiday, y'all? 1 week before the holiday. And I feel like a lot of us too are juggling work deadlines. Who has deadlines at work? Work deadlines, family expectations, last minute spending, mental exhaustion. Put it in the chat, you guys, if this is resonating with you guys. And somewhere in all of that, we're still trying to be responsible with our money. Okay. This is just like, I know work has been swamping me lately. Just with all of the things, then you got like the end of the year, like what's the end of the year stuff? Like like deductions and stuff like that, like the high yield savings account, doing your receipts for that. Like it's a lot of end of the year things. I know my job, one of my jobs, they actually are changing the planning. Oh, the planning, welcome in, welcome in. I know one of my jobs are changing their pay cycle for us, which is like, I don't know why they're doing it, but they changing the pay cycle. So it's just a lot of changes at the end of the year. Kofred, welcome in, welcome in. I know also too for like medical coders, we have to still keep up with our CEU. So we have to still be getting our continuing education, and mine is about to expire in about like a few months. So I have to start taking my continuing ed, like CEUs for like a medical coder to keep up my certification. So it's just like, Rose, welcome in, friend. Hey, Rose. Hey, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. So it's just a lot going on. Again, it's like, especially like if you're in finances or, end of the year stuff, end of the year deadlines, we trying to push out these claims, push out these codes, these charts. So just like a lot going on. So again, what does savings look like right now, right? Savings, I want you guys to know, how does savings right now feel for you guys? If you put one word in the chat, does it feel? Thank you so much, Muku. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. Does saving feel hard or does it feel possible right now? Put it in the chat. Does it feel like impossible to save any coins? You like, Janine, it's just impossible for me to save anything right now. Okay. Put it in the chat. Is it impossible for you to save? Or you like, oh, it's possible. Oh, Cash, you said it's possible. Okay. It's possible. Okay. Muku, thank you so much for the repost. Let me know in the chat, you guys, if saving right now, saving 1 week before Christmas, does it feel impossible? Does it feel possible? Let me know. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'm at this point for your girl, savings 1 week before, it felt impossible before, but now it's possible. Oh, I like that. Okay, friend. You said it felt impossible before, but now impossible. So I like that. I really do. I really do. You stay encouraged. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard, but I'm glad that it feels possible. I would say, shoot, for your girl, listen, saving, I don't know, y'all. I don't even know. I don't know. Like my saving, I'm not really saving the lick, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Not right now. Catch your girl in January, okay? But my coins is spent too much. Catch me in January, and that's okay. And thank you so much for liking out the live, and that's okay. If you and I want you guys to know that the saving doesn't look perfect right now. It doesn't look perfect. Thank you so much, Muku. And again, guys, let me see if we can get this flash goal. I have one finger heart, one per person. I got one. Let me see if I can get the other one on my backup, y'all. Baby draw with the goals. Okay, so I just need two more. Oh, I just need one more finger heart, you guys, and it would be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. One per person. Okay, let's see. And if you guys again can tap out the live and share it out. Okay, you guys. So let's see. So savings, right? Savings can look smaller, and that's okay. I want us to know that we can give ourselves grace when it comes down to saving, especially a week before Christmas, right? Listen, let's all just give ourselves grace, okay? And saving this week may look like not buying something extra. Let's talk about it, like not buying anything extra, maybe putting $10 aside. Oh, sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Or it could look like, okay, thank you so much, Harvey. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Or it could look like savings, not this year, right? Harvey, welcome in, welcome in. You could say, you know what, not this year, right? And that's okay. I want you guys to know that saving doesn't always mean like, you know what, I just, I have to save something right now. You could say, you know what, not this year. I'm not going, I'm stretched too much and I really can't save anything. But and again, sometimes it may say, you know what, I only can really save a little bit, right? Or it may just be, savings could look also like, I'm not going to buy this item, right? I'm not going to buy anything extra. So that's still savings, right? Because you were going to buy it or you were thinking about buying it. So savings just can look different, especially 1 week before the holiday, y'all. 1 week before Christmas, right? We have to think that like savings can look different. You may say, you know what, maybe I won't get these expensive gifts. Maybe I'll get a smaller gifts, and that's still some form of savings. So I want you guys to know that it may look different for everybody, but give yourself grace when it comes down to it. Give yourself grace. It's 1 week before the holiday, y'all. I know one thing. I'm excited to be off because I need a break. I feel like I'm excited to be off, y'all, because I need a break. Um, okay, so let me see. Saving is also about stopping the leaks, you guys. Like the leaks in your money, right? Saving doesn't also mean adding, and also can mean pausing. So what are some of the things that you guys are looking at for, 2026 that you may say, you know what? And I feel like this is big on like subscriptions, you guys. Looking at pausing some things, right? Let's pausing, looking at, that's one of the things that I want you guys to look at, going into 2026, looking at all your subscriptions. What are you signed up for? What haven't you used all year, right? What haven't you used all year, but you still pay for? This is how we can save some of our coins, right? Look at all of the things that maybe another thing that I would recommend you guys do, if especially like if you don't track your expenses, you could pull your bank statements for, since we already are in December, pull your bank statements for Coach Royal, welcome in, welcome in. Pull your bank statements for November and look at your subscriptions, look at what you're spending. So then we can figure out like how you can save, right? How you can pull back in certain areas, especially subscriptions that you haven't used all year, right? So let me know, you guys, let me know. Pausing is still stewardship, right? So even when we pause something, it's still stewardship. It's still stewardship, even though we pause it, okay? Put it in the chat, you guys. This last week, what is one money leak? What leaks money fastest for you? I'm reading this wrong. What leaks money fastest for you this week? Is it the food? Is it the gifts? Gas? Online? Target? What? Put it in the chat, you guys. Let me know how you're feeling. Like, is it like I feel like this spent, like I haven't really spent a lot, but I would say for me constantly it's the food. I don't know what it is, y'all. I feel like if it's anything for me, it's constantly the food. Put it in the chat. What leaks money fastest for you? What is the fastest money leak for you? I'm turning my cart on, y'all. Put it in the chat, you guys, and let me know. What if you like, girl? What is the savings? What is leaking money? Extra trips, impulse buys, emotional spending? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. savings that is also stopping the leaks. Let me know in the chat, you guys. What leaks money fastest for you? Carla, welcome in, welcome in. And again, y'all, I would say food for me. Food, definitely, for sure. Food is just like, it's constantly like working long hours and long days. It's just so easy to do the convenient like eating out. It just really is. I ain't gonna lie. It's just so hard, Good. Yeah. It's or food. Let me know, Cass, what you're saying. Yeah, it's really been had you girl in a chokehold with this like convenience shopping. I feel like that's one of my fastest money leaks. My phone is acting up. Food. I figured that's what you meant, Cass. Food. Yeah. Food is definitely, I feel like it's just, again, like I try to prepare, and then my kids are so picky. I feel like they like the same stuff over and over again. And it's just like, yeah, but I was like, it got to be a better way. It got to be a better way for us, like for us to be in, friends. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Yeah, it got to be a better way. But let me know put in the chat, you guys. Do you feel like savings can still count, but 1 week before Christmas? I'm so busy. It's easy to order out. Exactly, Cass, man. What it's listen, I feel like that's another thing when you in a hustle and bustle, you working, I got 2 jobs, you trying to, you got 2 jobs, you ripping and running, you going to, you got to get gifts and stuff like that. It's just so easy to just eat out. Like you on the go all the time. Like I'm on the go. All right, I gotta get this, I gotta get that. And it's just like, it's so easy. It's so easy to do it. And then you just get into this like cycle of like, oh, you know what I mean? And then it's just hard to get out the cycle. It's just really hard to get out the cycle. But I still believe that, like I said, savings still counts 1 week before Christmas. And it doesn't have to necessarily mean that you're saving a whole bunch of money, right? It could just be $10 aside. You can be looking at, some of the goals that you have for 2026, you guys, right? 2026, it'll be here after Christmas, then the rest of the year is just up, that y'all like after Christmas, boom, it's done. It definitely is done. But then I also want you guys to think about how saving can protect your peace as well. Peace is part of saving. Teddy, welcome in, friend, welcome in. When we don't overspend, we don't wake up anxious in January, right? When we don't overspend, Nikki, welcome in, friend, welcome in. We don't wake up anxious. That's one of the things that I was looking at too, y'all. Like I did my budget for December, but it's like I gotta look at it again, y'all. I gotta look at it again because it's like when you spend it so much, it's so easy. Welcome in, Junior. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It's just like it's so easy to overspend in this season, especially right before Christmas. It's so easy. Be cool. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Jasmine, welcome in. For a lot of people flying in and out, welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate all of my new people that are here. We are talking about, can savings still count 1 week before Christmas? Put it in the chat. Can savings still count 1 week before Christmas? And we did have a couple answers of yes, it still can count, which it definitely still can count. But again, it may look different, right? We can save in some different ways. I feel good in my mind knowing the bills and debt amount. It's the plan I need to execute. Yes. So definitely the first thing you say, you feel good in your mind knowing the bill, the debt. Yes. So I feel like that's the first step and the hardest thing. But then the plan to execute is like, okay, that's like when the action plan comes in. So that definitely, I feel like, is maybe the easier part. I don't know if I would say the easier part, because sometimes it may look like picking up an extra job. Sometimes it may look like working overtime at your job just to put the extra money to the debt. And Veronica, welcome in, welcome in. That's exactly what I had to do, and that's what I'm doing. I do overtime at my job all the time, you guys, right? And I have 2 jobs. I tell you all the time. I have 2 jobs. Your girl do overtime. So all of that extra money, right, be going to debt. But I will say though, Cass, when you're doing the snowball method, when you start to really see like one of those debts down, then you see the second debt, then you'll kind of get this momentum like, I got this, right? I got this. That's why I always, y'all, talk about, when I talk about like the different debt methods, the snowball hands down is one of the best, because it's like it will give you those quick wins very, very quickly. Because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. You know what I mean? Because again, sometimes when you're looking at your numbers and you're getting so discouraged and you're looking at the mountain of, of, people that you owe, then it's just like, oh my God. And then you just get discouraged before you even start, y'all. We get discouraged before we even start. But it's like sometime when you like, okay, you know what? I paid off the first card, right? I paid off the second one. Oh, okay. Now it's like, oh, I could do this. And then you almost also, to you guys, then you start to have belief in yourself, because sometimes, right, when you're looking at debt, and even we can use the same analogy to savings too, right? Let's say right now that you are not a good saver and you never really saved. Because listen, your girl was like that for a long time, y'all. Your girl couldn't save a lick. Okay. When I tell you, I was the same person that I will put the $100 in my account, and then before I would get paid, or before the pay period, I would be transferring that $100 right back, y'all. Let me know in the chat if that has been you or that is you. Okay, no shame or no guilt there. You ever put money into your savings or putting money towards debt, and then before you know it, boom, you transferring the money right back. You spending it like, oh man. That used to be me all the time, y'all. Put it in the chat if that is resonating with you guys. Like, yes, girl, that used to be me, that been me. Let me know. And again, like I said, we can still use the same analogy towards debt towards saving as well, because once you start to save, right, you guys, once you start to pay off debt, now you have belief in yourself that you can do it. Right now, we have some proof. Now we have some facts that's going to allow us to keep going, because sometimes we have this mindset of like, we never going to get out of debt. We never going to save. Right. But then when you start to really see those slow or small wins, it gives you the confidence like, okay, I could do this, right? Because if I could pay a $500 credit card off, then I could pay off a $5,000 one, right? Now, it may not take me, the time is going to take you, it's going to be different times, right? It's not going to take you the same time, but you still can do it, right? We still can do it. And it's the same thing about savings, you guys, right? Savings still can definitely count 1 week before Christmas, but it also can count long term, right? So if you are like me and I'm bad with savings and I'm struggling and I'm living check to check, start something small. Put $10 aside. I always talk about in my lives, you guys, about the habits that we want to create, right? What habits do you can put in place? What systems can you put in place to allow you to save a little bit more? And the same thing when it goes down to debt. What things are we putting in place to allow me to pay off the first debt, right? What am I doing? Am I cutting up my credit cards? Am I making sure that I'm not using any more of my credit cards? Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to be creating more debt when we're trying to get out of debt, you guys. So that's what we don't want to do. And savings as well, right? If we are trying to put some money aside towards the savings, okay? Make sure it's realistic, right? Because you don't want to be putting $200-$300 or whatever, and it's outside of your budget and it's stretching you so thin that you are constantly dipping into it. Like, oh, I can't survive, or I need to buy this, I need to buy that, and I'm constantly dipping into that savings. We don't want to do that either. So we want to make sure that we create realistic savings goals. And again, big exclusive, welcome in, friend, welcome in, nice to see you. We want to make sure that again, the savings is realistic for us, right, y'all? It has to be realistic, it has to be attainable, and remember that the small amount counts. Lord make me over, welcome in, love that name, Lord make me over, love that name, so again, and also too, you guys, saving protects your peace. I want you to know that saving protects your peace. When you don't overspend, when you're overspending, sometimes you're anxious. You're like, oh my God, I'm overspent. Oh my God, my account, all of these things. You get worried, you get anxiety when it comes down to savings. Overspending, right? And again, especially during this holiday time, y'all, especially during the holiday time, it's so easy to overspend. And even if you did, y'all, I want to say, even if you did and you're like, you know what, give yourself grace, right? Give yourself grace and know that, you know what, you know what, I may have overspent in this area. I may have spent a little bit, but it's a new year, right? I'm going to put some systems in place. I'm going to try to work on some things, right? Because awareness is key. Awareness definitely is key. So put in the chat, you guys, if any of this is resonating with you guys. Also, you could put some stickers in the chat. Budget with, Save with Grace Wednesday. If you guys could put some of them in the chat, let me know. Miss Walker, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Put that in the chat, you guys. Milk and Cookies. Oh, I love that name. Milk and Cookies. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yep. So, and put in the chat, you guys, what's one of the things, what, if you could name one thing that is is preventing you from saving right now, what would that be? It probably would be holiday spending. If you could put in the chat one thing that you're like, that I just can't save. Put it in the chat, one thing that you feel like you're struggling with when it comes down to saving during this holiday season. Let me know. Let me know, you guys. Let me know. But I also want you guys to also be reminded of us resetting our mind and, saving to what the Bible reminds us, right? The Bible reminds us that God is not impressed by the amounts. He honors obedience. Luke 16:10 says, those faithful in little are faithful in much. So, again, I don't want you guys to get caught up into feeling like you have to save a whole, like it has to be such a big amount. It has to be like hundreds of dollars. What does God's word say? It says that if we are faithful in the little, you are faithful in much. So all you can do is be mindful this week of what you're spending, that counts. If all you can do is pause, that counts, right? If all you could do is save something small, that counts. Each and every one of these action counts. So you may say, you know what? I can't really save anything this week because I have to buy the gifts, right? But I can be mindful of what I'm spending. That's still a form of saving, y'all. That's still a form of you, because if you think about it, right? If you wasn't mindful on your spending, if you wasn't mindful on the things you're doing, then you would be, you could easily go over your budget, right? You can easily go over your saving, but you may say, you know what? I could just be mindful in this season that I have to spend. Matthew, welcome in, that I have to spend, but I just want to be mindful of what that looks like for me, right? And that's okay, right? And you may say, you know what, I need to pause some things so maybe I can, spend in a little other areas. Emily, welcome in. You know what I mean? And that's okay too as well. You may say, you know what, I want to pause in this area. I want to pause this so then I can spend a little bit more here. So I can spend, a little bit more on the Christmas gifts. And again, that's okay. And this is what I always talk about, you guys, in reference to the budget and, reference to your personal finance. Is different for everybody. You may have to tweak it in some areas. You may have to say, you know what, I'm going to spend a little bit more on Christmas, but I'm going to peel back in this other area. I'm going to spend a little bit more in this area, but, I'm going to peel it back. I feel like balance is key. And I also feel like you have to, put your level of importance on, like, okay, I need to pay these bills. I need to do this. But balancing things out. And again, making sure that if you're spending higher in other areas, that you are also maybe pausing or, stopping some other things in certain other areas. So let me know, you guys. One word, if you're choosing to, what are you choosing to release tonight, right? One word. Are you choosing to release guilt? Are you choosing to release pressure? Are you choosing to release fear or shame? Put it in the chat, you guys. One word you are choosing to release tonight when it comes down to your savings, to your personal finances, to just holiday spending, period. You like, Lord, you know what? I'm releasing pressure. Ooh, Cass, I love that, friend. Yes. Pressure of the holidays, pressure of buying gifts and all of this for the family and doing. Yes, pressure. You guys, who else want to put in the chat? What are you releasing tonight? Okay. Again, it could be guilt, it could be pressure, it could be fear, it could be shame, guilt. Iron Love, you said guilt, my friend. I get it. I get it. Guilt of like, okay, not, not giving enough or not getting this type of Christmas gift. Definitely, Ebony, definitely fear. Ebony, you said fear, my friend. I understand fear. We releasing all that tonight, y'all. We releasing it. Fear of, not being able to do as much as you want to do for the holidays. Fear of, I get it, friend. I get it. You said fear. I get it, you guys. And that's why it's so important. That's why, I'm a Christian budget coach. Luna, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. And that's why I say it's so important, you guys, to make sure that you invite God into your finances, into your savings, because those spirits that of fear and shame and guilt is not of God, and that's not what He wants that for us, right, y'all? He definitely does not want that for us, right? So release all of that. Release the guilt, release the pressure, release the fear and shame of this holiday season. And it might have, I'm not gonna lie, I would say the pressure for me, y'all. It definitely low key for your girl. I'm releasing the pressure of just like holidays, savings. My youngest son, his birthday is New Year's Eve, y'all. So he's like, Mom, I need, getting a Christmas gift for him and a birthday gift. He turned 16, so he's my youngest, and it's just like having that, that like pressure of like, okay, I'm getting a gift for him for Christmas and his birthday. But listen, y'all, I have been at the point in, parenting where I'm like, listen, you may have to wait a little bit. I'm gonna see what I can do, but what I won't do is let the guilt, the mom guilt that comes up, right? That like, oh, you feeling like, oh, you're a bad mom because you're not, you didn't get this for them or this, that. And like, I used to have all of that, just feeling like I'm not doing enough as a mom, right? I'm not, you know what I mean? It's just like that guilt. I've been released. Like, Lord, been released me, because it's like, yeah, no, just because of one holiday or just because you can't maybe gift your kids on a certain level, don't let that mom guilt get you. And I'm just saying that from experience. Like, don't let it, because listen, at the end of the day, you are mom 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. Okay, we are mom, we got responsibility. So what we not going to do is have that guilt because we can't do this one holiday maybe a certain way, right? We still a mom, right? Regardless of it. All, and again, we definitely don't let the guilt or the shame or and then another thing too, y'all, shame. Sometimes people are carrying a lot of shame, right? When it comes down to the holidays, because like they don't really have the budget to get the gifts, right? They don't really have it in their finances. Spencer, welcome in, welcome in. And they're ashamed to kind of like tell their family, like, I can't really afford Christmas gifts this year. That shame when it comes down to it, right? That you maybe low key can't afford to get, but we swiping our credit cards, we going into debt, we just to please our family, but we really low key shameful, and we don't want nobody to know that we are low key maybe struggling a little bit. And I just want to release you of that tonight. If that's anybody on here, if you're feeling any shame when it comes down to your finances, or when it comes down to gifting on this Christmas season, don't let the shame don't be shameful of it, because that God wouldn't want that for us, y'all. He definitely wouldn't. He definitely would not, you guys. But savings, I still feel like savings, again, like I said, you guys, we still can save during this holiday season, the 1 week before Christmas. But again, it may just look different, right? Again, we may just be mindful in certain things. We just may be mindful in certain areas, you guys. Let me know if it's resonating with you guys. Let me know. And for all the new people that are in my room, welcome in, welcome in. If you guys are getting some value in this live, if you can grab your daily heart me, it's this orange heart at the top, you guys. If you could like out the live and share it out, it would be greatly appreciated. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Again, for all the new people that are here, my name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. And tonight, again, we're talking about, can savings still count 1 week before Christmas? This is, we talk about savings on Wednesdays. Usually my lives are themed. So Monday, we talk about budgeting. Tuesday is like a pop-up one. And then Wednesday, we talk about savings. Fridays, we talk about debt-free and all of the strategies that get out of debt, right? So it's so important. Shame, guilt, and pressure is stressful. It is, Vitamin Love. It is. Shame, guilt, and pressure is stressful. Yes. And if you're carrying that right now, it's so important to make sure you just take some time and say, God, release this shame, release this guilt, release this pressure that I feel. And especially during the holiday season, God, give me a peaceful spirit, calm my heart, calm my anxious thoughts, y'all. And it's so true. He definitely will, because it is stressful. You're just trying to figure out, like, again, in the holiday season, getting all the gifts, doing all the things, family pressures, work pressures, life pressures, is just a lot. And that's why it's so, so important, you guys, to make sure you invite God into your finances. Make sure you take some time and you pray about it, you meditate, you spend some time devotional with God, and let him know, like, you know what, God, these areas I'm stressed about, and I need you to help me in certain areas. You guys, I want you guys to really think about that. And then I feel like also too, you guys, like, I don't know, but I feel like for me lately, the hustle and bustle, like the hustle and bustle type of, like, I've been hustling, like, I feel like I just need a reset. Like, I just need some time to just sit and chill and collect my thoughts, y'all. Okay. Watch a good Christmas movie, not be stressed about social media and posting and content creating and all of the things. I feel like I just need a day, y'all. Put it in the chat if you just feel like, if you may not be a content creator, but you just feel like you need a day. You just need a day to just sit in your thoughts, to just sit in, and whatever's going on. We are constantly, Glenn, welcome in, friend, welcome in. We are constantly on the go, constantly trying to do things, constantly, if you're a business owner, I need a week. Cass said you need a friend. I need a week too, friend. Glenn, welcome in, friend, welcome in. You said I need a week. Listen, I know that's right, friend. I need a week too. Let's just talk about it. I need a week too, for sure. But can we at least get a day though, y'all? Can we at least get a day without the life pressures, right? Pressures of life, y'all. Pressures of constantly going, this and we have to do this, we have to do that. Christmas and all of that. If you're moms, if if you are a wife, if you're like, all of the things, the pressures of constantly going. And one of the things that I had to constantly realize is we can't pour from an empty cup, y'all. If our cup is empty, and we are stressed out, we can't, who can we pour into? How effective are we pouring into other people in our life, our kids, our family, right? How effective can it be? So it's so important to again take some time to sit down, to reset, to think about it, saying, like, in reference to savings, you may say, you know what, I may can't do it before the holiday, but maybe it's next year. Okay. I like being a good steward over the money and the resources that I have. So do I, Myron Love. So do I. So do I. I do like to be good stewards of it. But I also realize that we're all human, and we definitely have to give ourselves grace, especially, in this season during the holiday, that you may spend a little bit more than you may have usually not spent, right? You may can't save the amount that you could save, but thank God for his grace and his mercy. And again, he's not condemning us because we mess up sometimes, right? He still, his mercies is new every day, right? So I think it's also, important to remember that as well. That, and especially during the holiday season. Amen. Yes, it's so true. It's so true. Because again, we gonna mess up, y'all. Like you're not always gonna be perfect with the finances. It's not always gonna be like, oh, I'm doing everything to the T. Like yes, I can save, and yes, I can do all this. It's not always going to be like that. And I think in the moments that we may, not be, in the moments that, again, we are not, we haven't made, the best decisions, to give ourselves grace, right? And I think and it's so, especially, I feel like moms, women, we give everybody else grace, right? You give everybody else grace, your kids, your job, everybody else gets grace, but we don't give enough grace to ourselves. I think that's so important. Coach Jennifer, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. We're talking about, can savings still count 1 week before Christmas, right? Can we really save 1 week before Christmas? Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Yep, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. And again, we're talking about, can we really save 1 week before Christmas, giving ourselves grace in this Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh, it's a winning Wednesday. Love that. Wins. We're talking about all the wins. I love that. Wednesday. We absolutely can. I know that's right. Coach Jennifer, you say yes, girl. We can save. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And I said, it may look small. It really depends on what it is. We still can save 1 week before Christmas. It definitely is possible. Now, how does that look, right? Like, how does that actually look? It may look like, you're not spending as much on maybe the gifts, right? How does that look? Not buying anything extra, putting $10 aside. And I'm using those credit card points for the gifts. Oh, I know that, right? I know that's right. You said you are using those credit card. And you know what else? You know what, Coach Jennifer? Now that you said it, that literally just idea popped in my head. Let me know, you guys. Put it in the chat if you guys use Fetch Rewards. Let me know if you guys know what that is and do you use it. Because now that Coach Jennifer just gave me a great idea. That's a good one. It is. I'm planning on doing that next year. Let me know if you guys use Fetch Rewards or you know what it is, because this is definitely good ideas. So put it in the chat if you're aware of what Fetch Rewards are. The crafts. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know in the chat, you guys, if you know what it is, because she just gave me a great idea. Do you know what Fetch Rewards is? Nope, and I don't know what it is. Okay, Rose. Okay, great. So Fetch Rewards is soft, like pay those utilities with the credit cards, and then they give you points. Yes. So Fetch Rewards is an app that you download on your phone, and you just scan your receipts. Pay them off before the interest hits. Yes, pay them off before the interest hits. I totally agree. Definitely. And I usually tell people when they're paying the credit cards off, usually like to pay it off day number 5, because that's usually takes around about the time for the credit for them to report it on the credit. But Fetch Rewards, you guys, is and then save the points until the end of the year. Exactly. That right there. So Fetch Rewards, you guys, is an app that you can download on your phone, and you just scan your receipts for whatever you shop, right? So whatever stores you shop in, your regular stores, ask them for the receipt, and you scan your receipts and you get points. And those points turn into gift cards. So again, it's your everyday shopping. Any store that you go to that has a receipt, you literally just scan it into the app and they give you points. So that's why I was saying, Coach Jennifer just reminded me, because I think I got in that app I got thousands of points, and you can convert those points into gift cards, and they could be, you know, Christmas gifts for people. That's what she reminded me, and she is absolutely right. I just been scanning those apps in all year, and that's what you can do. It's a free app. And it literally takes 2 seconds, you guys. 2 seconds to scan the app. When you go to the grocery store, get the receipt, make sure you scan it, boom, and when you get certain items that's on sale, they give you more points for it, and those points add up, and you can cash out the points, and you can get free gift cards for all different type of stores. So this is another way that we could be saving. And again, if you're like, oh, okay, I just found out, this is another thing that we can think about in 2026, right? If you haven't done it this year, this is something that you could think about next year, right? So again, so how can we be 1% better than what we are, right? So if you have been like stressed about the holiday seasons, or this is one of the things, and Coach Jennifer was also talking about, well, she's absolutely right. If you use your credit card and you save the points until the end of the year, make sure that if you're swiping the cards to get the points, that you are paying the balance off before the interest rate. And I would recommend you pay it like day number 5. It usually takes 5 days for the credit card companies to report it on the statement. So I would say, if you have the money and you really want to get the points, then you swipe the card, and then make sure you're paying it off within 5 days, because you don't want the interest to hit, y'all. And that's the key. And that's the only thing that I would say, you guys, is tricky when it comes down to, like, if you got a busy schedule, like those type of things, you gotta be on it. Like, you need to be on it, because if you are not, then you can easily get interest. Like, the credit card companies definitely will charge you interest. So you have to be very aware, and you need to be able to make sure that you're paying it off within 5 days. And if you're like, Janine, I don't know if I could do that, I don't know if I'm gonna remember in 5 days, then I would say, if you just got to make sure that you're aware to be able to be paying them off, right? So, but there are other things that you can do. And again, like I said, Fetch Rewards is one of the things where you can just get free points, and it doesn't, it's only based on you scanning the receipt. It's stuff that you already are buying. So that could be another option as well. So, yep. Thank you so much, Coach Jennifer, for giving me the idea. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because I know I have like maybe 80,000 points on this Fetch Rewards app. So I know I can get a couple gift cards. So that definitely can help me in reference to some Christmas gifts, y'all. So again, we can find like creative ways to still save a week before Christmas. We still can save, you guys. It's still definitely possible. It's still definitely possible. Let me see. Let me see, you guys. So, so we talked about what we are releasing tonight, right? We talked about that. And hello, Diana. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are talking about savings tonight. I want you guys to remember that, like, savings doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful, and peace is always worth protecting. So I want us to also make sure that we are protecting our peace during this holiday season. Make sure that you're protecting your peace. Make sure that, again, you have some time to reset, to unwind. It's so important. It's so important. Let me know, you guys, if this is resonating with you guys. Let me know. Let me know. Savings is again so important, you guys. Let me know, Diana. Thank you so much for liking out the live, you guys. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know kind of what, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in, welcome in. And again, we talking about savings. Let me know, again, what you guys are preparing for this next upcoming week, or do you have days off? Or I know I'm off on Christmas. Well, I'm not going to say of course, because the hospital, y'all know the hospital never shut down, but I am off on Christmas. So let me know, are you guys doing Christmas? Are you hosting Christmas? Put in the chat. I'm definitely not hosting Christmas. Thank God I did Thanksgiving at my house, y'all. So I'm not doing Christmas. So that's great. I'm going over family house and I don't have to worry about cleaning up. Okay. Let me know what you guys are doing for Christmas. Are you spending time with family? Are you going to see family? Are you flying out? Let me know. Put it in the chat what you guys are doing over the holiday. It's 1 week before Christmas, y'all. 1 week before it. Let me know. Let me know. I feel like y'all quiet tonight. Like, wait a minute. Y'all are quiet. Oh, I don't know why this thing got blurred. This thing. Now, I didn't mean to like the live. Oh, there it go. I'm like, I'm not hosting spending time with family. Okay, Diana, you said you're not hosting, you're spending time with family. Spending time with family next week. Nice. Everybody says spending time with family. Great. So y'all not hosting. Great. I'm not hosting either, y'all, and I'm excited about it. I'm not hosting either. I don't even really know who in my family is doing Christmas at this point. I think it's my mom, but I don't really know. So we will see. Sorry, y'all, that's my foot. I don't celebrate, but the 4-day weekend will be nice. Oh, Rose, you said the 4-day weekend. Yes. Oh, so you get a 4-day weekend. Do we get a 4-day weekend? Bree, welcome in, welcome in. Do we get? I'm trying to think. Wait a minute, what day is Christmas on, y'all? It's on the 3rd. Bree, welcome in, welcome in. What day is Christmas on? I don't even know, y'all. Is it on a Thursday? I'm not even looking at my calendar, y'all. Let me know. What day is the actual is Christmas? I mean, like what day of the week? Oh, it's on the 3rd. Oh, it's on the Thursday, y'all. Okay. So Rosie, that's why you said you have a 4-day weekend. Oh, because you off Friday. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Dang, I'm trying to think if I'm off on Friday, y'all. Now I got to think about it. I don't even know. Well, hopefully. Hopefully I am. Now listen, Rose, I'm glad you said that because now if I'm not off on Friday, I'm putting in. Your girl is trying to be off. So I'm trying to enjoy that 4-day weekend as well. Cause I'm like, man, I didn't even pay attention to the day of the week, y'all. I really didn't. So I'm glad you said that, y'all. I'm glad you said it because if I didn't put the PTO in, I'm putting it in tomorrow. I'm not working on Friday. I definitely need that 4-day weekend as well. Okay, let me catch y'all on Monday. Let me just catch y'all on Monday. And then also too, the kids will be out of school. My son will be here. Well, my youngest son, he'd be eating your girl out of house and home. Be like, Mom, what we eating? What we eating? So definitely. But I didn't realize that Christmas was on a Thursday. So good to know. I definitely want the 4-day weekend as well to enjoy. And again, we need some time to reset, you guys. I feel like I just need some time to reset. I need some time to collect my thoughts. Honestly, y'all, I need some time off of social media. I need some time with just me. Just me. I don't like time for I don't have to do a live. I don't have to do like none of that, y'all. Okay. It's just a lot. I'm telling you right now, y'all. Content creator, being in, social media, it is a lot. It's a lot. Preparing, it's just a lot. Sometimes you just don't want to do it, right? Like you're just tired. But then again, they like consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. But it's a lot, especially when you work in 9 to 5. You got a 9 to 5, right? Your girl works. I don't work 9 to 5. I work longer than that. So my days are 12 hours and they're long. And to still get on the lives and prepare and all, it's just a lot. And to be building a business on the side, building, having time for coaching clients and all of that stuff. It's just like, it's not enough hours in the day, y'all. It's just not enough hours. But I'm definitely looking forward to that 4-day weekend as well. So super excited for that, you guys, for that. So put in the chat, you guys, let's talk about the 2026 goals, right? Let's talk about savings. Do you have a savings goal for 2026? Put it in the chat. One savings goal that you have for 2026. Let me know. Luna, welcome back in, friend. Welcome back in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Thank you so much. We are talking about our 2020. Hey, love. Hey, friend. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. we're talking about, thank you so much for the populars. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you. We are talking about our savings goal for 2026. Put one savings goal that you have for 2026. Let me know. Let me know what it is. We're talking about our goals for 2026. I'm gonna say, you guys, for me, I'm just looking at this daily ranking. I'm gonna say this is kind of a savings goal, but not really. Let's see. I'm at 89%. Okay. I'm just looking at these C leagues, y'all. Savings goal. I'm looking at the debt. Enough to make an impact donation to my favorite charities. Ooh, I love that, Luna. I love it. Love it. Love it. Because I always saw, and Cash, you said, girl, I ain't looking at no savings. I'm looking at the debt. So one thing that I will say, Cash, though, and I always tell my clients this, make sure that you do have an emergency fund, because, you want to still make sure that you have a cushion between you and life. So make sure you have an emergency fund before you start tackling in debt. So then that way, when life happens, because life is going to happen, you have something that you have instead of going into more debt for. So that's the only thing that I would say, friend. And that's the thing that I did before, because again, if you don't have any type of savings and something happened, which it will, right? Then you going back in the debt. And now we just going onto this vicious, oh yes, I do have an emergency fund. That's all I can afford right now. Okay, then that's fine, right? Long as we have that, that's fine. And Luna, I absolutely love that where you said which giving enough to your charities. I always tell people, especially like, again, like if you don't have a church home, or if you really, you don't, you have a church that you want to give to, I feel like the charities are so important. I tell people all the time, I tell my clients, there are 3 things that we all should be doing with our money, right? Generosity, making sure you give, right? Even if you don't have a local church, charities are so important. Giving to a cause that that is important to you is so important. But I think exercising that generosity muscle, right? That it's everything is not just ours, but giving away. And generosity can come in different forms, you guys. It doesn't always have to be the charity. Again, it could be you go to a restaurant and you tip the waitress an extra $100. How that can change her life. How that can change. So generosity looks different, and it can look different in every way. And I love that, Luna. So I always tell people, make sure that you are being generous with your money. Make sure that you're saving, and then also make sure that we spending, and also, investments are in there too. So generosity is definitely good, and I love that. Giving to your local charities, I absolutely love that. What I would say, my 2026 goal for savings would be, I wouldn't say savings, but my goal would be to get on get a month ahead for my mortgage. So I want to get on, like right now I have all the bills on auto pay but the mortgage. So, and I want to get on the rotation of paying it every 2 weeks. So they take the mortgage out every 2 weeks. And when you do that, right, for all the homeowners that's on here, when you pay your mortgage every 2 weeks, you are eventually knocking off, I think it's like 7 years, because it'll be an extra payment. You're knocking off like 7 years off of the loan, and you also paying lower interest because it's coming out every 2 weeks instead of monthly. So that's kind of like my savings goal, or like my goal in reference to savings next year. So technically and honestly, y'all, in order to do that, you need to have a month of the mortgage ahead, so then they can take it out every 2 weeks. So you really gotta have an extra mortgage payment in there for it to work. So I guess my goal would be to save a mortgage payment for me. Okay, so it would be to save a mortgage payment, which is doable, right? But one of the things that I do know, that saving an extra mortgage payment and paying off, putting all this money towards a debt, I'm not going to be able to do that at the same time. So since I do want to do that, I may pause on my debt for a month or two to do the extra mortgage savings and then go back to the debt. So that's why, again, you guys, it's so important to know that savings and debt and personal finances and budget, it looks different for everybody, and it changes your budget, your goals, it changes. So one month you may say, oh, you know what, I want to do this, and then the next month, okay, this is my goal to do this. So I always tell my clients, I always tell my people that personal finances and your budget, it looks different for everybody, and you're going to change it. Things are going to happen, things, are going to change, and you have to adjust things according to that change. So, yeah, so that would be my goal for next year, to pay the mortgage, to get the mortgage a month ahead. Everything else, I have the emergency fund and I have all of that. So I'm good in that area. And I'm definitely still paying off these 3 debts, but I definitely, in reference to savings, want to do that. Let me know, you guys, what else, anybody else want to put their 2026 savings goal. Put it in the chat, your savings goal 2026. Let me know. And I will also say, you guys, if you don't have an emergency fund in 2026, we definitely need an emergency fund. And it's okay if you don't, right? It's okay. Some of my clients, they come and they're kind of ashamed to say that they don't have an emergency fund. And it's okay if you don't have an emergency fund. They say I don't even know the percentage, you guys, but I say this all the time. They say, I think it's maybe over 50% of Americans cannot afford $1,000 emergency. So if you are like, you know what, I'm kind of ashamed to say that I don't have any savings, it is okay. You're not alone, right? And start small, right? Start small and figure out, you know what, let me start to put $25 aside. Let me start to really put some money aside. Because again, I always tell people, your finances, everybody's looks different. Everybody's situation is different. I want to purchase land. Oh, nice. Ivan Love, you said you want to purchase land. Love it. So you want to purchase land so you can build on it? Let me know. And where do you want to purchase the land at? Do you want to purchase it in the sunny area, like Florida or something? Let me know. Let me know. Sometimes I'll be thinking, y'all, like when I get older, should I retire down like Florida or something, where the warm weather is? Let me know. Thank you for creating this no judgment space. Oh yes, Luna, of course, friend. Of course, because I know how it is, I feel like it's so much shame and guilt and when it comes down to finances, when it comes down to I feel like y'all, I don't know where to grow food. Oh, I don't have any savings. Used to have savings, but life happened. Diana, I understand, friend. I understand. And that's sometimes people say that all the time, like I had it, but then life happened. But I always want to encourage you. And I encourage, be right back. Okay, no problem. I'm Luna. I always encourage people, new in Christ. Welcome in. Love that name. New in Christ. Welcome in, welcome in. And Diane, I just want to encourage you right now, friend, to say that, when it comes down to your savings, you said life happened, but honestly, your savings did exactly what it was supposed to do, right? Because the one thing that you could have said is, oh, well, you know what? You don't have the savings, and then you still went into more debt. But you said you did have the savings and life happened. So then the savings did exactly what it was supposed to do, right? When life happened, you were able to pull some money and you had some money accessible. So know that it did exactly what it was supposed to do. And if you can build the saving the first time, you definitely can do it again. So I just want you to stay encouraged, to know that, again, pay off credit cards and 3 months of mortgage payments, save and buy some other things for myself. I absolutely love that. Rose, love 3 months of a mortgage payment. Listen, I'm just trying to get a month, Rose. Okay, 3 months. Ooh, Jesus. That's a lot of coins over here for 3 months for me. But you said 3 months of mortgage payments, paying off the credit card. So again, I get the paying off credit cards, 3 months of mortgage payments. Kudos to you for your girl. Listen, I'm trying to get one. Okay. I'm trying to get one, definitely for sure. And buy some things for myself. Definitely, I said to myself too, I need to buy, I definitely, with my birthday coming up in March, there's a couple things that I want to get. Because I haven't really got anything for myself in a long time either. Definitely. And yep. And again, like I said, you guys, it's okay to feel like, I don't want you to feel like you're behind, that you're just like, oh, you're the only one that is doesn't have the savings. It's a lot of people that are struggling right now when in their finances. And I definitely always want to create a no judgment zone because God's grace, because I am already working on my 1 month ahead now. Oh, Rose, you're already working on your 1 month ahead, friend. Love that for you. Yes. And that's the goal. Rose, that is the goal, to be 1 month ahead in your bills. That is the goal. That's the goal. I know for me, it's like paying off the debt is kind of like high on my list. It's like high. So it's just like, that's why I said I'm gonna have to pause the extra, mortgage. Well, I'm gonna have to do one or the other. I'm not gonna be able to do both at the same time. So I'm gonna have to pause paying off the credit cards and then get the 1 month ahead for the mortgage and then go back to the credit card. So I'm just trying to figure out how that looks for me, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And you got to be realistic with the budget. You got to be realistic in things. And I think that's important, to be realistic with things, you guys. I think that is so important. Yeah. Anybody else want to put their goals for 2026, y'all? What's your goals? What are some of the things? Are you excited about 2026? How do you feel about 2025? Like, let's just do a recap, right? How do you feel about 2025? Do you feel like it went okay, or it didn't go okay? Let me know. Do you feel like 2025 was? Let me know, you guys, how you're feeling about 2025. You ready for it to be over? You like, girl, I'm ready for this thing to be over. Let me know. Deborah, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily art, me friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. We are talking about, let me see, we are talking about savings and our goals for 2025. No, our goals for 2026. Let me know how you're doing on this Sunday. I'm saying Sunday, y'all. Now, see, y'all know it's Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday. I got some things done, but I'm ready for it to be going. Oh, Bible Love, you said, listen, you got some things done, but you're ready for it to be going. I get it. You like, girl. I feel like 2025 for me, a lot of changes, I can't remember 2025, but I'm ready for 2026. Rose said, you girl, I can't even remember what happened. Oh, I'm cracking up. You like, I can't even remember. I get it. I feel like it was just a lot going on for me. 2025 has been good. No, it has been good, y'all. It has been good for me. I will say. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, see, that's why it's so good to do a recap, y'all. 2025 has been good. It's to stretch me a lot. Learning curves, learning new things, coming on social media, doing the lives, learning so much. Got a new job, got a raise, let some jobs go, left some jobs. So it's just like 2025 has been a lot for your girl, to be honest. Now that I think about it, I had to just recap. I left 2 of my previous jobs, got a new job, got a raise, started social media, started my business, been consistent on the live, started the lives. It's like, posting content, editing, learning all of that on the side. So it's definitely been a lot. Maybe I'm looking for a calmer 2026. Maybe I'm looking for it to be, but it's probably not, y'all, because I'm going back to school. So then it's going to be adding school layer into that, doing the lives, so it's just probably not big. But I'm like, that's the story of my life, though, y'all. Story of my life, juggling it all. But I always say, y'all, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? Where there's a will, there's a way. So I want you guys to be encouraged. 2026, big things, y'all. Big things for each and every one of us. It was tough, but I learned a lot, and I'm ready for 2025 to be over. Okay, Miss Diana, you said girl was tough. Okay, but you ready for it to be over. Well, listen, we right there. Sherry, welcome in. Cheryl, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I get it. You're like, it was tough, but you're ready for it to be over. I get it. I get it. But hey, girly, hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily army. Hey, friend, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. We are talking about our savings goal for 2026. I'm about to say 25, y'all. What am I talking about? Okay. Savings for 2026. We were talking about, can savings still count 1 week before Christmas? Can it still count? Yes, it can still count. 1 week before Christmas. Talking about how we going to, some of us are, they say 2025, we ready for it to go. Melly, welcome. Maylee, 4-7 star, welcome in, welcome in. Some of us is like, listen, 2025, we ready for it to be over. I would say, I thank God for, 2025 has been a lot. It's been a lot of changes, a lot of stuff going on. But I'm excited about what 2026 has for me as well. I'm truly excited about it. So that's what we were talking about, you guys, tonight. It was tough, but a great learning experience. Oh, that's what I feel like for a lot of us. A lot of people are saying that it was tough. 2020, but a learning curve. I feel like for a lot of us, yeah, I learned a lot 2025, y'all. I mean, listen, I went from 0 editing skills to editing YouTube videos to going. I feel more ready for 2026. Do you, Lex? Love that for you, Maylee. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. I feel like I'm ready too. Like, I've learned so much content creation, going live, posting the content, starting the business, learning so much. Okay. Leaving one of my jobs, getting a new job, getting a raise. Like, oh man, so many things. But I truly thank God for it. It definitely stretched me in a way. But just like you said, everybody say, learning is good. And I feel like I am prepared for 2026. I am going back to school, you guys. I said this before, so I'm like, oof, I don't know how that's going to look. But I'm going to get through it because, again, my motto is giving up is not an option, okay? Giving up is not an option for me, okay? So we're going to have to work through it. We're going to have to get through it. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. But yeah, I will say 2025 has been good to your girl. It definitely has. Then you guys can continue to like out the live. Where are we at? We are at 23K. Yes, I felt the pull this year, but it was needed. So did I, Alex. Yep, so did I. Yep. And if you guys can help me out with my Teddy goals, you guys, if you guys are getting value in the room, I'm also Super Fans is on. If you guys are interested in becoming a super fan, y'all, I had a couple people become super fans. And if you guys get value in my room and you want to become a super fan, I think I'm gonna do some super fan lives. Just to pour more into my super fans. Super fan is on sale right now, y'all, for $4.99. Okay, I don't make up the prices. TikTok does. So it is on sale for $4.99. If you feel like you get value in this room, if you want to support me as a creator and you want to become a super fan, you want the exclusive stuff when things drop. I think in 2026 I'm gonna be dropping a lot of different things. You could become a super fan. If you want to help me out with my live goal with the Teddy Christmases, you guys can help me out with that. That would be greatly appreciated. The populars, the gifts, they all help me out as, the live creator coming on here, trying to be consistent, you guys. Again, if you're getting value from the live, tapping out the live, sharing it out, doing all the things that helps me as the creator, as the live host So truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. Sharing out the live. Truly appreciate y'all. Truly appreciate it. But yep, 2020. Thank you so much, Miss Diane, for what are they? Time Christmases. The time Christmases. Thank you so much. That's what they are. Time Christmases. Thank you so much, you guys. Yep. So again, you guys, I'm pretty much towards the end of my life. I said I'm not going to be on here too long. I'm going to hop off. Let me know if you guys got any questions for me. Let me know. Put it in the chat. Let me know. Let me see. I'm looking at these gift galleries, y'all. I'm trying not to be. I'm not gonna be stressed about the gift galleries. But let me know. I am not safe right now. I'm at 87%. Oh, am I late? Lex, you late, friend? It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, friend. Yes. Friend, you something. Oh, are you late? Yes, friend. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast. And I was like, I have been really really tired. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I've been really okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm looking at this thing really quick. I'm trying to yes, it's late on the East Coast. I'm gonna hop off in about 10 minutes, but let me know tomorrow. Well, what's tomorrow? Thursday. I don't know. I think I may do a voice chat tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna do like a voice chat tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna do probably a voice chat tomorrow. Let me see. Get some rest. Yes. Yeah, I've been working a lot, Lex. For really honestly, like I've been working a lot and I definitely do need to get some rest for sure. I definitely do. So let me know, you guys, if you have any more questions, any more things before I end the live. I'm just trying to let me know. I'm trying to add some I'm trying to add something on my account, you guys. Trying to do all of the things. Let me know. Let me know. Thank you so much for being here, though, you guys. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Happy Wednesday. Again, if you guys remember, you definitely can save. Saving still counts before. You can save. Can you save 1 week before Christmas? The answer is yes. You still can save 1 week before Christmas. So I want you guys to remember that we still can save 1 week before Christmas. Again, we said that we're going to release some any guilt and shame and pressure. Awesome. 0114 sauce. Welcome in. Welcome in. Any shame or guilt that you are carrying over this holiday, stay encouraged. Look forward to 2026. So yep, I'm looking forward to 2026, you guys. I'm about to say a quick prayer, and then we will we'll wrap it up. Hello from Illinois. Awesome sauce. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in from Illinois. Hey, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm done shopping and I need to save. Oh, you done shopping, kids? Oh, well, that's great, friend. Listen, I'm not even done. Okay, I'm not even done. Illinois, welcome in. Truly appreciate it. Awesome sauce. I love that name. I love that name. We were talking. My name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. Truly appreciate you for being here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. What the hell? Oh man, this is what? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I'm back. Sorry about that. Making sure I got a call. I'm back, y'all. Hey, y'all. Sorry about that. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Are you glad to be here? Thank you so much for being here, friend. We talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. We were talking about savings tonight. I am a financial coach, so I talk about all things savings, getting on a budget, and getting out of debt. So truly appreciate you for being here. This is actually the end of the live that I was I usually start at 8 o'clock or like a little after 8, y'all. A little after 8. And this is towards the end of the live. I'm sorry. I'm kind of low key. I'm trying not to be distracted when it's saying Miss Leslie, welcome back in, friend. Welcome back in. I'm trying to do two things at one time, y'all. I'm so sorry. But yep, truly appreciate you for being here again. We were talking about Christmas and holidays. And I am going to I needed to send that to me. So then I could be safe in these leagues, y'all. But 79, yeah. I'm say this short prayer, you guys. Doggone it. All right. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm just like doing two things at one time. Y'all like, girl, what are you doing? All right. And I'm just trying to look at. Okay. All right, I got it, y'all. I'm trying to multitask. And I shouldn't be doing that. All right. Yep. So we again welcome in. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. All the new people. If you guys didn't grab your daily heart me, make sure you grab it. Oh, hey friend. Welcome in, D. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you, friend. Welcome in. This is towards the end of the live, friend. Did you get my message? I sent you a message. Huh? Yeah, at the end of the live. Yeah, the end. I've been on an hour and a half. 90 minutes, more than 90 minutes. We were talking about savings. Savings still count 1 week before Christmas? And it definitely can. And definitely can, you guys. Again, I hope this live blessed you guys. I hope that you learned some things. Thank you so much for being here. Again, truly appreciate. Sorry, I was like kind of distracted towards the end, y'all. I was doing two things at one time. So forgive your girl. Donnie, welcome in. I want you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna do a like pop up one. I think I'm gonna do a voice live, y'all. I'm gonna do a voice one. So make sure you come and check me out tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The information is in my bio, you guys. Information is in my bio, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will say that the live times, well, it's not changing, but like, I think I'm going to go like in January, I'm going to switch the live schedule a little bit because right now I do like Monday. Well, the theme days was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So moving forward in 2026 in January, I'm going to do Monday through Thursday. So y'all can expect for me to be teaching and doing the lives Monday through Thursday. The theme days are going to change a little bit. It still be like the budget, with faith, but the names will change a little bit. So that's a couple of things that we are rolling out. But I'm gonna just do Monday through Thursday. So I'm gonna do 4 days straight. And then Friday, Saturday, Sundays will be pop-ups because changing my schedule. I am going back to school. Auntie Bully, welcome in. I am going back to school in in 2026. So I really need the weekends for it to be for my schoolwork and stuff like that. So that's why the lives will change. But I still want to be consistent as much as I can. Again, I'm usually doing the lives for like, 2 hours. The lives will be shortened a little bit, you guys. So, just coming on here, giving some tips, making sure that, giving some updated information. But again, I'll be rolling out things that you have a little bit more access to me, off of the live. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure that you look out, you look forward to that. So, a lot of changes definitely coming in 2026, but good ones, as well. But just trying to remain consistent. But again, the bio will change. We'll have all of my updated like live times and schedules, and then you can get notifications when I do go live. So truly appreciate again for everyone for being here. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. Again, if you find value in my room and you think about becoming a super fan, yep. And I think that's about it. Again, I want you guys to remember, budget with faith and prosper with grace. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday, for a voice chat. I hope that everyone has a great evening and happy holidays.